If you would like to know how to make amazing ice buns, a real taste of your childhood, then continue to watch the video. And while you're there, don't forget to click the subscribe button. Hello and welcome back to Simon's Bacon Isolation Inspiration. Yes, we're a bacon channel. Yes, we don't take ourselves seriously. And yes, we have jolly good fun while we bake. Today, we're making ice buns. Now, who doesn't know what an ice bun is? I mean, we grew up with these as kids. I remember going down the bakery when I was young, and all it was chucking a bit of icing on top of some bread, and they charge you £1. Rip off. But I am going to modernise it and make it into something really nice. Let me know in the comments down below, family lambs, have you ever had an ice bun? And what is your memories of the ice bun treat? The ingredients you're going to need to make the dough are as follows. In this bowl, we have got 500 grams of strong white bread flour. In this bowl, we have got 50 grams of caster sugar. If you ain't got caster, use granulated. Who cares? In this bowl, I've got 40 grams of butter, unsalted butter. In this little pot, I've got 10 grams of soup. In this little pot, I've got 14 grams of yeast. 2 cheeky eggs. And in my lovely pair of jugs, I have got 100 ml of water. In this jug, I've got 150 ml of milk. To start with, get your milk in a saucy pan, tip it straight in. Now you want to heat this on the stove really low until it's just starting to get warm. While that's on the stove heating up, it's time to go in with the other ingredients. So with your yeast, pop it one side of the bowl. And with your salt, pop it the other side. If you put the salt and the yeast together, it could stop the yeast from working and then you'll have a flat dough. With your sugar, pop that in as well. With your butter, place it in gently. Next, go in with your 2 eggs. Now, with your milk that's slightly warm, you don't want to boil it, because trust me, you don't want it that hot, just nice and warm. Pop it straight in. Now comes the mucky part. Get your hands into this goop and turn it into a dough ball. You'll get it to this stage and you'll think to yourself, Simon, there's loads of flour left over. What are we going to do? That's why we saved some water behind. Just pop a little bit in and mix it all up. Now, you don't need to use all the water. I've probably got about 50 ml left over, but this is what you're looking for. It's a solid dough, it's quite sticky, but don't worry, we're going to knead it on the workbench and turn it into a nice soft dough ball. Now what you want to do is get a little bit of flour, don't need a lot, just a pinch, and just throw it onto your workbench. Next, turn your dough out onto the floured surface and just give it just one more little pinch just over the top. Now you want to knead this for 10 minutes until it becomes a real soft dough ball. And the way I like to knead it, I like to get my hands in there, punch it, pound it, stretch it, do whatever you want to it, but get it nice and soft. And there we go, that's 10 minutes. And as you can see, it's gone really smooth and it's that lovely golden colour. And you can tell it's time, if you press your finger in, it springs back and that is perfect. And what you want to do is with your bowl, just pop just a little bit of flour in, just a pinch, just rub it around, stops the dough from sticking to it. Next, get your dough, might be a little bit stuck, and whop it straight in. Now you want to leave this for an hour, 2 hours, until it's doubled in size. There it is. There is my dough. I've left it for 2 hours, and in the meantime, I've done the most boring job, and that's line a baking tray. Now, let's get these rolled out into nice finger shapes. Now what we want to do is just lightly flour the worktop and get this dough out. Now we want to get this, just stretch it out into a nice long dough. There we go, got it into a bit of a sausage. Now I'm going to cut them up. I've roughly marked out how many. This dough will make 12. So what I did was I done half, then I did half again, and then I did a quarter of that and a quarter of that. There we go, there is my 12 dough balls. Now you can weigh these out to make them absolutely accurate, but if you're like me, I like to eye things. So I can see that one's a little bit small and that one's a little bit big. So what I'll do, take a little bit of dough for that, add it to that. And it has to be rough, we're home baking at the end of the day. And what we're going to do, if you've got any dough that you've like whopped a little bit off and put it on top, what you've got to do, in your hand, push it in and just push down and roll it in between your hands. And then be left with a cute little dough ball. Now I've got them into rough ballies, it's time to shape them into nice fat little sausages. So what I'm doing is get your ball, with your hand, just roll it out. And there we go, that's the sort of size you're looking for. It's about 5 inches or 13 centimetres. So what I'm going to do is pop it on your tray. Now continue doing this until your tray is absolutely full of them. There we go, there is my 12 ice buns. Now you want to position them pretty close together, but leave a little bit of gap. Ideally you want these to grow and touch together. That is what makes it a perfect ice finger. Now you want to cover these with a tea towel, pop them in a warmish sort of place for another hour until they all touch together. I've got 20 minutes before my timer goes off, so now is the perfect time to get your ovens on. Gas mark 7 or 220 degrees. Get it on. The hour timer's gone off and it's time to unveil these bad boys. So we say the magic words, wiggly boogly, and shh, have a look at them. Whee! It's time to get these bad boys in the oven. 10 minutes. Doesn't take long. Keep an eye on it. You don't want it to go black because of all the sugar and eggs and all that. It will brown really quick. Just keep an eye on it, 10 minutes. While they're cooking, I thought I'd talk to you about the ingredients you're going to need for the icing and the filling. So you want 200 grams of your icing sugar. We're going to mix it with a couple of teaspoons of milk later on. For the creamy filling, you're going to need 600 ml of double cream, a splish of vanilla extract, and also you're going to want some jam. Some nice raspberry or strawberry jam, whatever you want really. The timer's just gone off and I've got my boxing gloves on. Ush, ush, ush. Let's get them out and have a look. Have a look at them bad boys. Oh yeah. Now I know you're probably thinking at home, God Simon, they look a bit dark. Don't panic party peeps. That is how they're supposed to look. This is an enriched dough. It's full of sugar, butter and all that, and it browns really quickly on the top. But don't worry, they're perfectly soft and fluffy inside. Now you want to leave these bad boys to cool until they're completely cool. There we go, party peeps. They are all cooled now, and it's time to tear them apart. Here's what I've done earlier. Have a look at that. You can't beat this, can you really? Now it's time to slap some icing on these mother hubbards. So in my bowl, I've got my 200 grams of icing sugar. And to start with, I'm going to go in with 2 tablespoons of milk. Whoops. Now, you want to get your hand whisk. No, I didn't pull this out of a time vault. This is a modern hand whisk because it's silver. Now, I'm going to get in and whisk it up. Now, I know we're going to want thick icing, but that is taking the mick a little bit, isn't it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with 1 more tablespoon of milk. Now this is about perfect. It's quite thick, and when you pick it up, it makes a nice ribbon and then falls back in. Perfect. Now it's time to cover these Mother Hubbards. Get your ice bun and put it in and rock it backwards and forwards a couple of times. Give it a little stir around, and then just run your finger down the middle and have a look at that. Perfect. While the buns are in the fridge, set in, I'm going to make some chantilly cream or chantilly cream, whatever you want to call it. It's just another word for posh cream. So in this bowl, I've got 60 grams of icing sugar, and I'm going to go in with my 600 ml of double cream. And lastly, go in with a big old splish of this vanilla extract. Splish. Now I know what you're thinking. Simon, that's 600 ml of cream. You ain't never gonna whisk that up by hand. Let me tell you something, I ain't no quitter. You won't see me getting the electric whisk out. Get it in. There we go, party peeps. All you doubters out there that said I couldn't do it. And there we go, look at that. Holds a peak. That is perfect. Chantilly, whatever you want to call it, cream. Tastes good because it's really fancy. So you might as well have a taste test. Oh, lush. Now, it's time to get this cream into this piping bag. And what I've gone for is a plain nozzle in my pint glass. You know how we roll. Fold the sides down. Now, get this cream and slap it straight in. And here they are, the icing's set. Now I've got a serrated knife. And what I'm going to do is go in on a dangle, 3/4 of the way through, and just open them up. Now with your cream, go on in into your bun and give it a nice generous amount. Now how do they look? But don't worry party peeps, we ain't finished yet. I've got some of my raspberry jam, you can use strawberry. What I'm going to do is just go along pipe. And there we have it, 12 ice buns. Now if that doesn't remind you of your childhood, I don't know what will. Now, it's the moment of truth. It's time to shut up and get one of these in my mouth. I've chosen this one from the front because it was calling out to me. So here we go. This is my childhood, right there. That is absolutely banging, that is. Man, I had a nibble of that one. The wife had the rest. Gutsy. Now, there we go, family lambs. There they all are. Now, if you've just made these to have a go at it, there's absolutely loads here. So be sure to take it round to your friends, your family, any elderly neighbours you've got. They really appreciate it and they're guaranteed to love you forever. Thank you so much for taking the time out to watch my video. If you've enjoyed it and you want to subscribe to me, click my face right here. And while you're at it, click here to see all my other videos. Thank you very much. Oh, and by the way, if the producers of the Great British Bake Off want to give me a call, cheers mate, nice one.